Hello, podcast listeners. Today's a very special episode. I have Professor Aswath Damodaran. He is a finance professor at New York University Stern School of Business. He also lectured finance at the University of California, Berkeley. He has a BA in accounting from Madras University, an MS in management from the India Institute of Management, and he earned an MBA and a PhD both in finance from the University of California, Los Angeles. Professor Damodaran authored many finance and valuation books, such as The Dark Side of Valuation, The Little Book on Valuation, and many more. I want to welcome Professor Damodaran to the show, and I want to welcome all our listeners to a very special episode.
Welcome to Value Talk with Raul.
So just wanted to welcome all our listeners to a very special episode. I have Professor Damodaran, and welcome to the show.
Thank you.
All right. Yeah, and can you just tell me about your background and what led you to finance and teaching?
Well, I got my MBA and PhD at UCLA. I jumped into teaching right away because I love teaching. So that's a short intro. There's really no long. So I'm going to cut the journey part fairly short.
All right. And then you recently came out with the third edition of The Dark Side of Valuation.
Mm-hmm.
Just wanted to know what are the updates from the second edition?
Well, I think the updates are, I'm not going to make this a pitch for my book. In fact, I really don't care if anybody buys the books. I'll say that up front, which would be an odd thing to say when you're talking about the book. The book is about really dealing with uncertainty in valuation. And perhaps the best way to describe it is to go back to the original, the first edition, because it was born in the dying days of the dot-com boom. It was my attempt to try to make sense of how to value companies in the dot-com boom. Essentially, young companies with no history and lots of losses. Essentially, it was an